Hello guys, welcome back yet again to the Somnium Files. We are making quick progress through this game, but there's still a lot more to go. We went down a new path, and this path was quite different from the previous ones that we went down. This time at the warehouse, Iris and Ota were both killed. And basically, my mind is just breaking at this point. I have no idea what to think. I'm trying to figure stuff out and I can't. I have all these theories, but then I don't know. I don't know what's going on and I'm dying to know. So let's continue. Thank you guys for watching and for being here, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Oh, okay. All right. I am this really threw me for a loop. Because I thought more or less things would be similar, like they'd be the same events, but we would learn some new piece of information in each path. But that clearly is not the case. But, well, shit. All we got were more questions so far. All right, let's go continue our investigation. Let's start at the cold storage warehouse. Okay. I wonder if there's going to be anything new this time. The inspector is doing his duties as usual. I bet this guy is the fucking killer. It was the inspector all along. Hi, Funk Squatch. Any clues?
No, nothing so far.
Okay, well.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Forklift. Ira and Otis were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then finally cut open by the ice-cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Their bodies are under autopsy. Their bodies aren't here anymore. Iris and Ota's blood. An evidence marker. It's a little marker. Yeah, we know that.
I checked this place point by point.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years. Renju holds no shares. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Let me know if you find anything. I let them know, then left the warehouse. Interesting. Thought it was gonna bring us back to the map. When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
Because Boss was there.
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Okay.
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could...
I remember. Okay.
Let me explain why.
Because...
I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
Date.
Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
Date and... Sosajima.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
About Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own.
Okay. That's why all the... One of the reasons why it wouldn't make sense. First of all, he's... Is he dead? I don't remember if he's dead. But they were all female victims.
Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women.
Okay, hold on a second. Rohan. He is deceased. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Skills, torture. It's all right. It's all right here. He likes guns, money, drugs, women, and power. He dislikes betrayal, rival games, and cops. Hobbies: politics, investment fraud, organ trading, and land speculation. Skills: torture. He committed suicide by jumping from the roof of a building 1 year ago. He was known for his horrific torture technique of peeling his victim's skin from toe to thigh. Oh, good lord!
He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath.
Wait, he's not the psychopath?
The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye.
That guy who's obsessed with collecting eyeballs from deceased women is not the psychopath in this scenario?
Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Okay. Who is the murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
Brutal murder?
What was it?
Murder.
Obviously, Date, keep up.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Why did the Cyclops case get classified?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
So he doesn't know who the psychopath is, or what?
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice,
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
and one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89?
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars.
Dang, I thought for sure it was Date.
Neither of them had the opportunity.
Wait, so you know who he is. Why don't you tell me his real name, Pewter? Okay, Matsushita Dino. This game is pissing me off. My brain is absolute mush. I'm not... Okay, Matsushita Dino, the place was silent. It was so quiet I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. Please tell me it's Mayumi and nobody's scary. Oh. It's just Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. Jeez, why you gotta say it like that? Oh, right, because Ota's dead in this timeline. Sorry to interrupt. Oh no, no, no. I want to go back to the other ending where I was crying because it was sad, but it had a somewhat happy and hopeful ending and everybody was alive and they were getting along well. I can't believe I complained that that ending was making me sad. At least everyone was alive. Now she lost her husband and her son. Her good-for-nothing son. But he was the only son she had. Oh, I don't want to... can we just uninstall this game now? About Ota. Do you want to talk about it? Well, clearly she doesn't!
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Mayumi's crying again.
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck. I'm out of here. Let's go home. Let's go see Mizuki. Mizuki is curled up on the sofa. Both of her friends are dead. And her parents. Ah! What? Oh, this game is awful. Why did you guys vote for me to play this game? You guys are all psychopaths. Jeez. She looked like a small animal frightened by a predator. Oh, this sucks. Everything sucks. Let's go back to that first one. The first ending that we got. Sejima was the killer. He got put in jail. We you know, had some precious moments with Mizuki, and, you know, we just ran off into the sunset, happy together. We should have we should just stopped the game there. That's where we should have stopped. Right, nothing to look at, really. Nothing new. About Iris. Nobody wants to talk to us. About Ota? About the warehouse?
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course, the news was distributed heavily across the internet, not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
She certainly didn't seem so. But I can't stay by her side forever.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Okay, let's go to see Iris's mom. When I visited the Sagan household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. Oh, maybe this is who we're gonna sync with this time. There's like no more funny dialogue or anything. It's just all so sad. Everything is sad. It's all sad and depressing. There's the iris flower.
In the language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope. When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
Iris.
Nothing good happened. Nothing is good! Okay. Hitomi is composed. She's hiding her sorrow deep in her heart. She's gentle but strong. About Ota.
Ota was one of my students.
Oh, right.
I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Ota tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
About Iris.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together, whether it was buying clothes or going to the movies or taking a walk or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day, she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time, she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions.
Damn, sounds like she was a bit of a menace.
Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her.
I guess 18 years, you know, there's likely to be things like that.
But Why?
And just normal wear and tear of having a child growing up in the house. Can you think of any information?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please. Tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before.
Mm-hmm.
The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. By coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
The same one?
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please.
I will. I will, I promise.
I will. Trust me.
Okay, one more stop before we're back to HQ, I suspect. Marble.
Are you okay, honey?
No.
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras?
Mm-hmm.
Shoko also has a relationship with them.
I know.
You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
Yes.
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
Iris?
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came here last night?
Ota?
Ota and the Kumakuras?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner.
But he wasn't the intended victim, it was Iris. He was just happened to be there, or at least that's what we assume.
He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
How?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Iba's about Sosajima and the Kawasaki district. Basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Right, I forgot about this. I keep forgetting about this. This is important too, somehow. Did So blow it up or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you.
Okay.
The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki.
Okay.
Now, back to So.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki?
I don't believe I have.
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kawasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
Okay.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE, and by So himself.
Mm-hmm.
The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
Okay.
This is just another rumor,
Where does Ota fit into this?
the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
What about Ota?
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kawasaki district?
Yeah.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard.
Mm-hmm.
Foot traffic went down, sales declined.
Yep.
No wonder it closed down.
Closed
Ota
down.
must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
That's your link? That sounds pretty weak. That's your link, Mama? That's not much to
Thank
go
you,
off
Mama.
of.
I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Okay. Alright. What's gonna happen next? Back to HQ. I returned to boss's office to report. But I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89.
Yes, thank you. What's his name? Who is he? Oh, who is 89?
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
Mm-hmm.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
What's the relationship between number 89 and Shoko?
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
Okay. What's number 89's real name?
Unknown.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
What about number 89 and the new Cyclops serial killings?
Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Let's talk to... Wait, didn't she say we had something new? That was just everything we already knew. Let's talk to number 89.
Let's talk to number 89.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it, but he's our last remaining loose end.
All right. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
That's who we're gonna sync with? After cutting through some red tape, number 89 was to be brought to HQ? Are they really gonna allow this? He took considerable time to arrive, but for some reason, Boss never showed up.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you... God damn it. Okay. Where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
What's your name?
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember.
Do you know Shoko Nadami?
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
Why? You're the... well, let's just keep... When did you first meet Shoko?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
You're the original Cyclops killer, aren't you?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
Who killed Shoko Nadami?
All right, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
Wait, what?
It's done. You've got a deal.
What? What? Dante!
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
You have 15 minutes until my stream is over.
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice.
A detective. Boss?
Let's call him F.
Him?
F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened.
Oh, gosh.
That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco.
Falco.
Named for the falcon, a bird of prey. Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, but not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us, but there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine, and her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason, and Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill, but if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
Silence. For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth again. Oh man. This is so much to take in. Was that the whole story?
Was that the whole story?
You mentioned a detective?
You mentioned a detective.
Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
What's the connection between that and Shoko?
What's the connection between that and Shoko?
Was Pewter there the whole time, or did he just get there? Is that why? But I mean, he would know that this is being recorded anyways. So I don't know if Pewter showing up would stop him from talking. He was there before? Oh, okay. Yeah, either way, I mean, Pewter would be behind the glass window or whatever. Okay, answer me.
Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter,
Yes?
start the preparations.
For what?
What do you think? The sink.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah,
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Why?
Let's begin.
Why is it already 8:30?
Sup?
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah?
My AI is malfunctioning.
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What were you up to? What? The green. I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Mental lock 1, 2, 3, 4.
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
So instead of Ota, we're doing this guy. That means there's 2 branches after this. Ugh. Number 89 is hiding in the past. Number 89 is covered in a green membrane. I can't get close. Okay. We gotta save here. Okay, before we hear too much of that music, we'll listen to it next time. All these cliffhangers, man. All these cliffhangers. Oh my gosh. I thought the last stream was crazy. It was like exponentially more crazy, and I feel like it's just gonna get more and more insane as we go. And then Friday we'll continue this. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds the chickens and Jacob plows. Fool, but I've been milking and plowing so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. Don't get me started. Okay, don't get me started. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys Friday.